So you want to get into VR, or maybe you're looking to upgrade from your old, possibly showing its age, headset. Is the Oculus Quest 2 for you? Well, the answer to that question, I think, is pretty complicated. Thus far through the early years of virtual reality, Oculus has occupied an interesting space. With competitors like HTC and Valve filling out the more expensive end of the VR market, and Sony's PSVR bringing up the relatively cheaper end, Oculus has fit itself somewhere in the middle, with recent headsets like the Quest and Rift S both releasing at $399. And here we are now with Quest 2, not only a follow-up to the Quest, but with the Rift S discontinuing and barring any surprise announcements, appears to be Oculus's focus moving forward. As announced in August 2020, a Facebook account is required for new Oculus users, while current users have until January 2023 to merge their Oculus accounts with their Facebook accounts before support for Oculus accounts is officially ended. It's obviously a disappointing decision, especially for a medium and art form still in its infancy. So if you don't already have one, you'll have to spend a few minutes making a Facebook account before you're able to hop into VR with Quest 2. Like its predecessor, Quest 2 is a self-contained standalone headset that uses inside-out tracking, meaning no external sensors needed. It comes in two versions, 64 and 256 gigabytes of storage, running you $299 and $399 respectively. At full charge, Oculus estimates you'll have anywhere from 2 to 3 hours of battery life, closer to 2 for gaming and 3 if you're watching media. Plug Quest 2 into a PC, and it'll work with PC-based Oculus titles and titles you've purchased on Steam and elsewhere. Outwardly, Quest 2 lacks the stylized look some of its VR contemporaries have, going with a minimalist design and white finish. Straps with plastic adjusters and a Velcro strip are all that's there to find a comfortable fit. After some adjusting, I found Quest 2 to be quite comfortable. The front cushion is great, and weighing in at just 503 grams, it's one of the lighter headsets on the market. Oculus's touch controllers, the redesigned version releasing in 2019, I've had no major problems with. Battery life seems great, as I've put more than a few hours into Quest 2 for this vid and haven't needed a battery change yet. One strange thing I've encountered is that the controller's tighteners seem to loosen a bit after playing, not enough that they risk flying off my hand, but enough that I found myself retightening the strap every now and then. Being a Rift user, I am used to the original touch controllers that have the ring pointing down. Now, with the ring pointing up, I occasionally bumped controllers, especially when doing something that requires one hand on top of the other, like reloading a pistol. Because I'm much more used to the ergonomics of the original touch controllers, and that I experienced similar problems with them too, I expect this design difference is something I just need to get used to. And as far as serious game-breaking problems go, my experience thus far with the controllers is fine. Where things get really impressive with Quest 2 is once you put it on. With an 1832 by 1920 per eye resolution, Quest 2 has Oculus's highest resolution yet, and as someone coming from the original 1880 by 1200 Oculus Rift, that higher resolution is instantly noticeable. The infamous screen door effect created by seeing the space in between pixels has, as far as I can see, disappeared. Being standalone, Quest 2's visuals aren't able to match other PC-based HMDs. Textures and lighting specifically are noticeably flatter and far less dynamic. As you might expect, though, with PC Link enabled, Quest 2 makes games look a lot better. Footage becomes indistinguishable from my Rift, but remember with the Rift, you get that screen door effect, which isn't picked up in recorded video. All the lens flare and blurry text I had become accustomed to with my Rift is significantly reduced, even negligible. Gameplay text and images are sharp and clear. I noticed no drops in performance. And that should only improve with Oculus's plans to upgrade Quest 2's 75Hz refresh rate to 90Hz after release. While having it plugged into a PC means you're tethered, it's hard to overestimate how nice life is without sensors. To put it plainly, movement is just easier. Turning the periscope in Iron Wolf can be a bit of a hassle with sensors because your body can physically block your sensor's sight lines, creating weird tracking hiccups. But with inside-out tracking, I can turn my submarine's periscope all day without suddenly losing control of my hands. What some users may find disappointing is Quest 2's IPD options. Its eye cups snap into 3 preset positions, 58, 63, and 68 millimeters. I'm someone lucky enough not to have serious problems with eye strain or motion sickness, but this may be an inconvenience for those who need or prefer more precise options. With the headset on, the volume is right beneath your right eye, and the power button is on your right side. On the left sits a 3.5mm headphone jack and a USB-C plug for charging or to link it to a PC. Two features carrying over from previous Oculus headsets, hand tracking and Passthrough also come with Quest 2. Up until now, I've yet to experience these features for myself. Double tapping either side of the headset enables Quest 2's Passthrough Plus, allowing you to see your surroundings. Recorded footage turns black when Passthrough Plus is enabled, and unfortunately I didn't have a way to record an example. But what you would see, essentially, is a grainy black and white feed of your surroundings. As you might imagine, Passthrough Plus is extremely useful. You can see which direction you're facing or grab your controllers, all without taking the headset off. And it works seamlessly. Whether you're at the Oculus menu or in a game, just tap twice and you've got a near instant view of your surroundings. Setting up your Guardian boundary is also much easier with Passthrough Plus. Again, there's no need to take your headset off, just draw a safe shape on the ground and Quest 2 is ready to go. As far as hand tracking goes, I think the jury is still out on what kind of potential hand tracking has, be it gameplay or narrative. And really, I think that may be a topic worth an entire video itself. With Quest 2, hand tracking certainly provides some convenience. You pinch the Oculus menu with your thumb and index finger to navigate around, which is really nice if you just want to sit down with the headset and watch something without worrying about controllers. Waltz of the Wizard has you physically positioning your hands in different ways to cast spells. It's intuitive and a lot of fun to mess around with. With features like Passthrough Plus and its higher resolution, Quest 2 brings some great tech to the table while solving problems from previous VR iterations, but its $299, $399 price tag does come with one major trade-off: audio. Quest 2 has two built-in speakers near the front of the strap that, with the headset on, sit near your temples. Where Quest 2's visuals are an upgrade, the audio is a downgrade. If I'm playing Onward on my Rift, weapons sound powerful and heavy, but if I go to the Quest 2, suddenly they become kinda cheap and somewhat distant. Audio is still positional, meaning sounds won't move with your headset, but the speakers themselves just don't sound great. It's a substantial letdown and especially bad for any audiophiles out there. VR provides some of the deepest, most thorough immersion possible, from intense, ear-splitting firefights in Onward to walks through creepy, dilapidated ruins in Half-Life Alyx. A lot of VR games, like Beat Saber, don't just base their experience on visuals, but hard-hitting music. There's nothing quite like hearing the deep, mechanical, overpowering tones of Darth Vader while he actually towers over you. All that is lessened with Quest 2. If you're looking for better audio, you'll have to get yourself a nice pair of Earbuds or fiddle with over-the-ear headphones. It's hard to imagine any option more convenient than the Rift's built-in headphones, the quality of which really surprised me when I first donned my Rift a few years ago. So whether or not Quest 2 is for you is a question only you have the answer to. The experience for the price is a great deal, Facebook's forced integration is a substantial disappointment, and the audio can seriously put a damper on atmosphere. Being standalone makes it an easy gateway into VR that doesn't require an upgraded gaming PC, but that's also going to limit you to its specific library, which undoubtedly includes some great games like Beat Saber, Onward, and The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners. On the flip side, having that high-powered PC means more games and better visuals. It's going to be really fascinating to see how the VR market reacts to Quest 2 over the next few years. The original Quest seemed to do fine for itself, especially as a lower-priced alternative to more expensive headsets. What I can tell you for sure, however, is where I sit. Quest 2 is fantastic. It feels great, fits great, and plays great. Does it satisfy my desire to replace my old, if much-loved Rift? That's a tough question, and as nice as its higher resolution is, the downgraded audio has proven to be a little too much. So personally, I think I'll be sticking with my Rift, at least for now.